Hi and welcome. I am Oracle Asherah. This is an angel guided energy reading. We are going to just begin. Okay. Okay. Our first card, pardon the language. Fuck the trends, follow your spirit. Okay. So, with a world of influence, be a person of inspiration. Okay, be inspired. I'm inspired to create. I'm inspired to move this way. I'm inspired to do, to be, right? If we're following the influence of what we are bombarded with all the distractions of society and the world, we're just going to get caught in this loop of negativity. If we look at the world, it is sad, it is unhealed, it is unchecked. Okay, so it's more important for us to be in alignment with ourself, our soul, our spirit, our dreams, our desires, our path. Okay, so you need to be more sovereign in yourself. Tap into your inner strength and be conscious, live consciously, be in awareness of yourself. Is this situation healing or harm? Okay, if it's harmful, I'm just going to witness until I can put myself in a better situation. Okay, so we don't need to absorb everything, we don't need to become everything. Quite often, we have a trauma, and the way we heal is to repeat the trauma in a way to understand why this happened to you by doing it to somebody else. This is gross. Okay, so when we have trauma, we need to forgive the situation, free yourself from it, but we do have to be accountable for healing. Okay, so that's our perspective. What beliefs have we required because of the situation? Are you going to hate everybody? Are you going to hate a particular sex for a situation? No, let's not do that. Let's forgive. That's their lesson. It's your choice to associate or re-engage, right? So then that becomes your lesson, but your responsibility is in the choice. Okay, so your choice, I would recommend retreat, visualize yourself healed. Okay, go through the emotion release of the situations and be accountable for yourself. Be accountable for your experience in this world. You know, sometimes it's not always worth going out. Sometimes it's not always worth to engage with people. Sometimes we do because we're lonely, we're bored, we're in this state of, well, let's see what happens. Okay, that's risky. You know, sure, it sounded good at the time, right? Right? Now, quite often we have moments of regret, and we have to do some more healing work, more forgiveness. All right, but I always want to come back to the forgiveness. Forgive yourself for finding yourself in these situations. Forgive yourself for engaging in these influences, and choose yourself. Okay, at the end of the day, choose yourself. Choose what experience you want to have in this life, this body. Okay, this is your time, right? So if that means not engaging with the world so much, I don't think that's a bad idea or a loss. All right, all right, all right. Next card. Quality begins on the inside and then it works its way out. Okay, so you want to glow, you want to shine, you want to attract abundance, you want to attract and be in alignment to blessings in the right situations. You're going to have to write this and this. Okay? And what I mean by that is connecting your heart brain, eliminating the loop of fear, the lower vibrations, envy, jealousy, anger. Well, anger has a different role in healing, but anger, yeah. So, again, being accountable, have integrity, honor, loyalty, strength, courage, love, right? Get some positive belief systems and navigational beliefs, okay? Because if we continue to live unchecked, we're just going to be attracting lessons, we're going to be attracting situations, and we're just going to think this is how the world is. But no, this is how we are. We're seeing the world how we are, right? So when you start correcting your perspective and your beliefs, healing your wounds, cleaning your karmas, guess what? Your energy is going to be a lot different. Your experience in this world is going to be a lot different. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, and I'm not going to say it's glamorous, but the glamour comes when you have done the work. You will start feeling better. You're going to be addicted to feeling better, doing better, being better, but you have to start, okay? So this starts with how we're thinking, right? What are we thinking? Is it negative? Is it damaged thoughts? Is it stuck in the loop of fear, right? So then we have to take the accountability, face our fears, right? Address your karmas, your lessons, right? When we start changing our frequency in a more healed vibration, we're going to start attracting different situations, different lessons, right? So when we change our perspective, we're in a higher level of consciousness, you're not going to be attracting the same stuff. You're going to start experiencing the world differently, okay? So you don't have to move somewhere different. You don't have to, kill everything and start over. No, you just need to correct yourself, and you can be in the same place and experience something completely different because you've changed. All right. Ooh. Okay. It's not about finding love. It's about aligning to love. Okay. A lot of us are like, where's the one? Who's the one? Dating everybody, hoping to find the one. Let's slow down a bit. Let's, write our energy, write our beliefs, write our situation, right? If you have a bunch of situations going on, a lot of habits, a lot of unchecked energies, including, your sexual habits, your perspective on things, you might want to address those things because you need to be what you want to align to. Okay, so if you want something different, you're going to have to start being something different. So that might take time. I mean, some of us can be, oh, wow, that's deep. Oh, wow, that's big, and make some immediate changes and have some immediate effects. Sometimes it takes, I'm going to say, years for us to correct ourselves and get in better alignment because sometimes we struggle with our beliefs, we struggle with our feelings, we struggle with our wounds. Okay, so allow yourself to take the time, but within that time, do the work, because when we are aligning ourselves, you're going to start attracting better. Okay, but we need to start living better to attract better. And when we all start behaving this way, guess what? The whole world's just going to be a better place. Okay, so right now I would say the world is not the great place, but that's our fault. Pretty simple. All right. All right, I like this. This is sweet. Make a wish, take a chance, make a change. All right, we're going to move on. All right. All right, we have emotional release. I am going to suggest crying. Okay? Tears are a gift. Tears move things and energies and emotions that words can't. Okay? Quite often we have stories we can't tell. We have stories that just don't make sense or people won't understand. And it's not in their understanding that we heal. Okay? Our healing comes from that release. And that is the self-hearing, the self-understanding, and the self-forgiving. Okay? It's not outside of us. It is 100% our responsibility and our condition to deal with. Okay. Yes, there is healing sitting in group, sharing stories, feeling comfortable, feeling safe. Yes, those are important emotions and feelings, but it's more important we do that for ourselves. It's more important that we hear ourselves and we allow these energies to move, right? So allow time for yourself for this experience. So retreat, spend some time alone, um, healthy isolation, right? So like go for a walk, make some changes in your schedule, take more time for yourself, journal, get more into your hobbies, things that bring you joy. But this is something you need to do for yourself, by yourself. Okay. If we're always constantly in social situations, um, sometimes this magic isn't happening. Okay. So allow yourself to be alone. Allow yourself to have these experiences. I'm not telling you to be antisocial, because there's a lot of beautiful things that happen in being social and social creatures as we naturally are. But if we're avoiding things because through being social, we're going to be unbalanced. Okay? Okay. All right. Joy. It is important to find joy in our day, in our life. So let's just focus on the day, the moment. Okay? They say God lives in joy, right? So if we see in our world it's very dark, it's very full of traumas and evil, right? So we have to be the joy. We have to bring God into ourself and our day, right? So find things that bring you joy. Do things that make you feel good. Be around people that make you feel good, right? So make that your focus, okay? Okay. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on here. We're going to move on to another deck. Blessings. Okay. All right. We all deserve blessings, but we all have to be in alignment to them. Okay. So when we make greater efforts in our life, correcting our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, our involvement, with our effort, we are shifting energies and attracting better. Okay. So when we correct our inside, comes outward, and guess what, the universe is going to react to that. It's going to bless you for that. And sometimes things are worth the wait, right? So if you want big blessings, you got to make great effort, and you also have to be patient. You have to be consistent, right? So when you start learning how this exchange works, you can get real powerful with it, okay? But that takes your consciousness, your awareness through your experience. So start experiencing, small things, shifts, and perspectives, and see how things start changing in your world. And you can make that very grand, okay? So alignment, right? So a couple phrases that come to mind. God helps those who help themselves. So it means you have to be working. You have to be within your heart, your brain, your desire, your dreams, and working. You got to be consistent. Of course, there's going to be challenges, and those come with lessons, but all these lessons are teaching us something. Usually to let go of something, change your belief a little bit, move this way, right? So we have to have some flexibility and flow, okay? But you never lose the vision. Hold the vision, trust the process, all right? And I also like this phrase, luck favors the prepared. So that means somebody who's doing the work, has done the work, is in a situation to accept abundance, to accept these blessings, right? That didn't just happen, right? They didn't just luck out. No, they made great effort. You might not have seen all the effort and work they've done through their lives, but all you see is them receive this blessing. And then sometimes blessing comes in forms of lessons. So don't judge everybody. I like to say, mind your business, focus on yourself. Okay? Because sometimes God will build you up, not necessarily to push you down, but to teach you something. Sometimes we have karmas. Okay? So don't be so quick to judge or think, wow, they're doing it right. Just worry about what you're doing, what's right for you. Tap into your integrity, your honor, right? Be loyal to yourself, your belief. Focus on yourself, right? Focus on your heart, brain. What are you doing? You know? Did I miss the deck? Maybe. Sorry. We'll come back to those. Right. Ooh. Temptation. All right. Let's talk about lower vibrations. Okay. So when we start battling our karmas, correcting our energies, our beliefs, beliefs, believe me, belief isn't something structured that is given to you. Belief is something through experience, okay? So if you're in a system that doesn't allow you to experience the world, experience the life, and they're just telling you what to think, that's definitely not a great situation, okay? So your beliefs are subject to change through perspective and consciousness and awareness. So as we grow, live, and experience, things are going to shift. We're going to be always growing. We are energy. We're always in movement. We're always flowing. So it's not fixed. Not everything is fixed. Okay? One thing could be something for somebody else and completely different for somebody else. So don't have attachment to these things. Have attachments to yourself, your experiences, and whatnot. So again, let's get back to negative energy. So when we are doing the work and we're stepping into alignment, temptation, right? Slip back into where it was comfortable. Slip back into the safe world, right? All right. Then what? Then you are sacrificing your potential. You're sacrificing your worth. You're sacrificing your path. So lower vibrational energies are constantly fed by, us being in a state of fear, us being in a state of confusion, influence, right? So when we shift into I'm inspired, I'm not listening to these energies, I'm not engaging with the world this way, you're stepping into your sovereign power, you're stepping into your consciousness. So temptation is, say you want to start eating better, but oh man, that tasted so good, but it's going to hurt you and cause you some situations where it might be affecting your digestive experience, it might be affecting the weight you're trying to lose, right? So you have to hang on to your vision, have honor, integrity, and be consistent with the process, right? Because you could surrender and treat yourself, but guarantee you're gonna have guilt, you're gonna have all these feelings, and you're gonna be, and then guess what? With that energy, you're lowering your vibration. With those thoughts and beliefs, you're punishing yourself, right? So now you're lowering your vibration, and now it's even more work to pull yourself out of it. Okay, so it is easier to say no to things that are going to hurt you than to indulge and then do the work to repair, because what is it's mental, it's physical, there's a lot of emotional, there's a lot of things going on with that, right? So when you start doing the healing work, you're going to be like, it was a lot of work to get here, I'm going to ignore that. That could be a relationship, it could be food, it could be an experience, it doesn't matter what it is. Temptation comes in all shapes and forms. It's an energy. So however this means to you and whatever you're working through, and it could be all of these things. You could be trying to correct your diet, your checking your sexual energies. You could be doing all this work all at the same time, and bless you if you are, because that's courageous and commendable. But temptation, it's easier to say no and stay true to yourself than to suffer and do the work to get yourself back out. But if you do fall into the trap of, oh, that tasted so good, I want it, and you have this experience, please be graceful and gentle with yourself. Don't be hating yourself, beating yourself up, sitting into fear, guilt, shame, these energies. Be like, own it. Own it. I wanted it. I ate it. I might put on a pound tomorrow, but guess what? I'll go for a walk. I'll make a better choice. I'm going to continue making better choices. I'm not worried, right? That's correcting your mind. That's correcting yourself. That's not you sitting in that low vibration that these energies want you to be in. Okay. All right. Okay. Choosing wisely. All right. So when we're in dealing with our life, our situations, our relationships, everything stems from our choice, our quality of life, quality of experience, quality of relationship, quality of mind, heart, all stems from our choice, our choices. So this is where you're going to have all the power. Okay, there is no wrong direction, because there's always going to be a lesson or a blessing. And with the lessons, we will work through them to get back on track. Sometimes the blessings also come with the lesson, because we don't have necessarily, maybe we have necessarily fallen upon that blessing and didn't deserve it, and then we lose it, right? So like, it's best to be consistent with your truth, yourself, earn those blessings, and blessings to keep, right? So when that becomes your goal, you're going to start navigating in alignment to it. But if you just want blessings, I want this, I want that, I want this, guess what? It could be you're now going to have an easy come, easy go situation. And that could happen over time. Okay? But if you want blessings and blessings to keep and blessings for your life, you're going to have to pay attention to your inner direction, your heart, your soul will navigate you this way. But that has to be your belief and your intention. Okay? So your intentions of your path will benefit your choices, right? So we need to, again, coming back to correcting the within to start with the without flow. Okay, so not necessarily, oh, I chose right, ding ding, prize. No, it's not always the way, right? So we always have to be consistent, hold the vision, trust the process, be true to the self. Not everything's a lesson, not everything is a trap, but we need to be consistent and recover, forgive. When things fall apart, those are opportunities to get rid of more things we're clinging to, more structural beliefs that are in our way. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Okay. All right. Come back to that, because I want to talk about love. Okay. Worth waiting for. All right. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I'm going to say just divine timing is at work in your life. Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be around love, but yes, love also. Okay. So when we start correcting our thoughts, our beliefs, our world, our home, our patterns, our habits, and we start living the life we want to share with somebody, we're going to attract somebody to share it with. Okay? But if you're attracting somebody to struggle with, it might not necessarily be the best goal. So you gotta kind of have to build it. They will come attitude, right? And worth the wait. So holding the vision, trusting the process is key here. So it could be a goal as far as, dreams and passions. It could be career. It could be love. But worth the wait. So doing the work, being consistent, and always sitting in the truth of this is coming. I know this is coming for me. And then that will help you stay focused. But yes, sometimes things take time because other people need to do healing work to be in alignment to you. And guess what? That takes time. But guess what? Things always come together. Things always attract. So be that energy that attracts. Okay? I love that clap. Okay. All right, all right. Okay. Okay. We have a few cards here. Parents. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you and did the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal any pain associated with your mother and your father. Okay, so when we view our parents and our struggles and our all these situations that we can very easily blame other people for, but these are obstacles sometimes that we need to overcome and to become, right? So sometimes these dark gifts are a gift. Okay. Our parents were just people. We don't know their stories. We don't know what their struggles were. We don't know how they came together, but we just look at them as these superior beings that were supposed to be perfect and create and hold space for us in all these ways. But they have flaws. They have faults. They have injury. They have wounds. They're no different from us. So as we age, we can kind of see, oh, wow, put myself in that situation. I got a kid now. Bam. Like, how are you different? How is the world different? Where's the help? Where's the support? It's really, really hard. It's really tough. So let's forgive our parents. I know we all don't have the same story. We all have different gardens, but at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to start parenting yourself. So who are you today? All right. So forgiving them frees yourself of the attachment to these stories. Yes, these stories don't go away, but the energy attachments to them will. And that is through forgiveness. Okay. So forgiving yourself, forgiving these experiences, forgiving these traumas, forgiving these wounds, and taking responsibility and accountability to do better for yourself, to create a world that is yours and your own. Okay. If we are still in tight relationships with our parents, and as far as them being your guardians in situation, forgive them because they're just doing the best they can, right? And having that compassion and understanding will better you. And sometimes we see that parents do things out of convenience. They do things because they might be careless or they might be ignorant to how this is affecting you. But this is also an opportunity for you to tap into your sovereign self, your strength, and speak your truth, right? If the situation is harmful, seek help. It's okay to ask for help. A lot of people are like, how dare you tell people these awful things I did? That's not fair. You have a story, and guess what? You have to heal from it at some time. So it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to speak your truth and speak to somebody about what's going on in your life and take responsibility no matter how old you are. Take responsibility for yourself. Okay? Okay. All right. Cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. Okay, so quite often we have relationships, whether they be family, love, friends, that cause us to have harm. And sometimes we fall into destructive patterns because we're just looking to feel better, or we're just looking to not feel like that, or we're looking to understand why these things happen to us. So these patterns are very destructive, they're very low vibration, and they're not going to help you progress in any way. So let's just take a moment and pray for Archangel Michael to come in and clear of these attachments. Fear is the stem to our self-sabotage, our hate, this negative loop. So let's stop this loop and find better solutions. So let's raise our vibration to our heart brain, choose ourselves, and know that we are guided, we are helped, we are loved by the universe, the energies, the angels, spirit, God. You know, there's people out there that do care, right? But if it's just you and alone, no, you're not alone. Okay? You can ask angels for help and assistance in your life. And when you start holding space and belief, you will start experiencing miracles. And when you start experiencing things in your life, you're going to change. You're going to change. Things are going to change. Okay? All right. We are going to close with that. I wish you all the blessings and alignment. Till next time.